באמת?
תראה, וזה הזמן היחיד שלנו באמת לדבר. ואחרי שאנחנו מדברים, אז מסתכלים על... אני מחפש את ארגנטינה.
כן.
אתה יודע למה?
מסי, אני יכול לנחש?
לא, לפני זה דווקא יש להם נשיא שהוא...
וואו.
אגב, חבדניק.
וואו, הוא כוכב.
הוא כוכב עליון, באמת כוכב עליון, הוא עשה שם דברים מדהימים בכלכלה שלהם, על ידי אימוץ עקרונות כלכלה חופשית, אנחנו אוהבים לדבר על זה.
Argentina, I am sorry. You have been officially endorsed and have a fan in...
אבל מילי הוא ידיד ענק של ישראל, והוא הביא נבחרת לא רעה, הייתי אומר בכלל, זה לא רע שיש שם אחד כמו מנוסה כזה,
נכון.
ותיק, ויודע להפקיע שערים. הוא בן 39.
כן, וכבר גם 2 עשורים שהוא עושה את זה ביד רמה, אתה מזדהה?
אני אגיד לך, אני פגשתי אותו, הוא בא הנה לארץ לאיזה משחק...
The genocidal maniac himself. First things first with all of this stuff that he said.
Javier Milei from Argentina, you guys know who that is, right? Why don't we bring him out? Yeah. This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw!
Argentina's libertarian leader / president has dampened not only the minds of so many through his politics, but he has directly harmed the country.
Inflation here is on the rise once again.
January was the 5th consecutive month that inflation has increased in Argentina. Annual inflation is now running at over 32%. Now, just a few years ago, this country saw triple-digit inflation, so inflation has dropped. However, the increase in prices continues to be a highly sensitive issue.
The government delayed the adoption of an updated price index to calculate inflation. This led to the well-regarded Statistics Institute director stepping down last week, and it raised questions over the real inflation rate.
This indicator is used not only to adjust pensions, salaries and rents, but also, for example, for calculating poverty.
But don't worry about that. How is the leader of Argentina celebrating all of this?
Draped in double leather, Javier Milei was unironically playing up to his rock star president image in front of a crowd of 15,000 supporters. But as he ran through a set list of 80s anti-establishment anthems, Argentina's economic and political crisis was steadily being turned up to 11. Outside the event, officially to launch the president's latest book, this divisive figure's supporters and opponents were facing off.
We want a respectable country, free of corruption, with freedom. We want hardworking people, not beggars, not people who lie around when the rest of the country goes out to work.
My pension is $200 a month. What else is there left to say? These people are letting us go completely broke.
Oh, he had a party, is what he did. He is the main character, not only with his terrible singing, but also because he's literally the president. But we should also not forget.
As the U.S. government shutdown enters its 16th day, the Trump administration is threatening to lay off 10,000 government workers and cut more funds to Democratic-led areas. Meanwhile, President Trump has offered a $20 billion bailout for Argentina, and the total size of the bailout could reach $40 billion. Trump said the bailout was, quote, just helping a great philosophy take over a great country. Milei is a close ally of the Trump administration.
What do you think $20 billion buys you, the U.S. taxpayer? It could be almost a full year of funding for NASA. It could be 2 years of funding for the Environmental Protection Agency. It could be several months of food stamps for the millions of people who are about to lose them thanks to the government shutdown. Or it could buy you an election 5,000 miles away here in Argentina. That's what the Trump administration did with the currency swap to bail out the Argentinian peso to the tune of $20 billion in US taxpayer money straight from the US Treasury. There's no clear economic reason for it. The economy here in Argentina could tank, so when Trump was bailing out the peso, what he was actually doing was bailing out his friend and ally Javier Milei. Because on Sunday there were legislative elections here, midterm elections, that were crucial for Milei's political survival. And in the run-up to those elections, he was in pretty bad shape.
The Trump administration, to the surprise of absolutely no one, decided to waste our tax dollars to bail out Javier Milei and Argentina. The Trump administration completely bailed out the Milei administration. Surprise, surprise, it worked. Javier Milei's party exceeded expectations, winning more than 40% of votes nationally. This outlet would write, which is called America's Quarterly, it was a successful night for the president. He gained popular backing, exceeded expectations, and delivered a moderate speech emphasizing the need to seek agreements. While inflation is trending down, economists are making it very clear to everybody. We are not convinced, and you should not be either. Consonar wrote for The Conversation, Milei has not fixed the engine of his country's economy. He has simply turned it off. Since he took office in the year 2023, the country's manufacturing output has dropped dramatically, with over 2,000 businesses shutting down and 73,000 jobs being lost. In the automotive sector, factories are operating at just 24% of capacity. Not good. He would continue. These aren't just dry statistics. Real wages have been crushed so hard that demand for goods from the country has evaporated. By drastically reducing demand, the president hasn't solved the inflation puzzle. He simply removed some of the pieces by making the population too poor to participate in the Argentine economy. Sonar would also conclude, the fear of mass unemployment means workers have no choice but to accept an even smaller share of the nation's economic pie. Again, low wages serve to prevent the upward spiral of prices. Importantly, he would print, Milei's Argentina isn't a blueprint to be followed. No, it's a warning of what happens when the cure for inflation is more lethal than the disease itself. Bars. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.